Hi, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Our devotion for today, July 11th, 2022, is from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 17, verses 14 through 21. And when they came to the crowd, a man came up to him and, kneeling before him, said, "Lord, have mercy on my son, for he has seizures and suffers terribly. For often he falls into the fire and often into the water. And I brought him to your disciples, and they could not heal him." And Jesus answered, "O faithless and twisted generation, how long am I to be with you? How long am I to bear with you? Bring him here to me." And Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of him, and the boy was healed instantly. Then the disciples came to Jesus privately and said, "Why could we not cast it out?" And he said to them, "Because of your little faith. For truly I say to you, if you have faith like the grain of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you." Well, after the height of seeing the transfiguration with Moses and Elijah present with their Lord, Peter, James, and John come back down the mountain with Jesus to find a crowd of people standing around because Jesus' other disciples had failed to cast out a demon. What a swing of emotions, and what a gut check. It could be argued that without Jesus present, his disciples could do nothing. But this is not what Jesus says to those who tried and failed to cast out this demon. Instead, Jesus tells them that the reason they could not cast the demon out is because of their little faith. In other words, because they still don't believe in him, in who he really is as the Messiah and Son of God. In fact, their faith is smaller than a grain of mustard seed, because if it were as much as a grain of mustard seed, they could say to a mountain, "Move from here to there," and it will move, and nothing would be impossible for them. In this text from Matthew, we also hear some frustration in Jesus' voice about his disciples' lack of faith. He exclaims, "O faithless and twisted generation, how long am I to be with you? How long am I to bear with you?" We aren't accustomed to hearing this kind of comment directed to his disciples. Jesus is usually patient and compassionate with his disciples and the people that he's helping. But he knows his time on earth is growing short, and he's been teaching and performing miracles in front of these very same disciples for 3 years. Why can't they get it? Instead of giving up on them, though, Jesus continues to teach them in earnest so they will be ready when the time comes for him to leave. Jesus does not give up on them. And this provides me some level of comfort as I look at my own faith and the faith or lack of it in others. First, it must be extraordinarily difficult for sinful humanity to grasp the truth about God and then believe it. So the fact that faith in Christ Jesus has continued for over 2,000 years is nothing short of a miracle. Secondly, that my faith is smaller than that of a grain of mustard seed, since I cannot move mountains upon my command. But I may be as far along in my faith as the disciples were at the point in this parable or this story, when they still had Jesus with them in person. So although Christ is not with me in person, he is still with me in spirit. So there's hope that my faith will get stronger, just as the faith of his first disciples got stronger, and the power of God might still be able to work through me in my life in amazing ways. Because the Lord is patient. The same is true for you. So don't be discouraged about not moving mountains yet. Be encouraged that Christ is still with you so that your faith may still produce amazing results. Christ is with you in his Spirit. And that makes all the difference in the world. Go in peace, serve the Lord.